This is some video that I shot over the weekend. My boss and I were working on prepping a bunch of cars that he has that are destined to go to the shredder or the recycler. These cars are all some of them pounds, some of them are like that little green Linus. That one was involved in a police chase. If you know, you'll see when I pull it out, if you notice, the front wheels are actually ground way down to almost the brake rotors. This little white Dakota, that was a wreck that the people just had liability insurance on, and it was totaled. He waived, my boss waived the tow bill and kept the vehicle, and you know, that way he could sell some parts off of it if there were any good parts on it, and he doesn't make selling parts on it, but try and make back up to cover the tow bill. Yeah, but it's worth is scrap metal. And then there's some of them that just, they had a major mechanical malfunction, whether the engine died, the transmission went out, you know, something along those lines, and the vehicle had too many miles on it to make it worth putting an engine or transmission in, especially if the others weren't in the best mechanical condition. So he'd buy them for very little money, you know, hoping at some point to be able to recoup some of that, possibly selling some body panels, or in this case recycling the vehicle. So what we're actually going through and doing is removing any of the catalytic converters that are left, because they're worth more off the vehicle than they are on. Some of you guys may say, you know, remove the radiators. Well, radiators, the AC condensers, stuff like that, yeah, they're worth more money off the vehicle than they are on, but they're not worth enough off the vehicle to justify the time that you would have to invest to remove them. Most of these vehicles, you know, you're talking 15-20 minutes of getting the radiator out, even if you chop off the sawzall. They're not always the easiest to get out, but have to collect any coolant that might be left in it. You don't want any of that running out on the ground. You know, we also have to remove the fuel tanks. Any of them that still had tanks in them, which a lot of these, the tanks were already removed. We try and do that before we, you know, when we get them and we know that they're not going to be a repairable vehicle, try and remove the fuel tank then. That way there's no risk of, it greatly reduces the risk should anything catch on fire. We also have to make sure that none of them have batteries in them. But that is one thing. Normally they're removed before they ever go to the graveyard, so to speak. But they have that all has to be removed before they go to the shredder for safety reasons. So we're going through checking them out, and then we're stacking them up so that they take up less room. I'm actually operating my boss's 1150C case high lift, and that's what we're using to stack them. And if you watch here a little bit later on in the video, there is a little tan S10 that is just behind where I picked this white Dakota up from, and it's laying up on its side. And you will see me actually flip that over, square it around to where I want it to stack some more vehicles on top of, and smash the cab flat. It's amazing how little force it actually takes to smash the cab in on that truck. But anyway, hope you enjoy the video. If you like this kind of thing, watching stuff get smashed, keep your eyes on the channel. I do have some more footage of Sunday when we were continuing to prep vehicles, and then here in the next couple weeks we may possibly be sending these to the recycler. So keep your eyes on the channel, and if we do that, we're definitely going to have to smash them down quite a bit more load them out to go to the recycler. That way we can get more on each load. So anyway, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoy it. When you get done watching the video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, and you know, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comments section. I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That way you can see new videos as I post. I hope you enjoyed it. Right here you can see my boss is actually checking to see some of these vehicles have been here. When they initially came in, they just drained the tanks and cut a hole in them. Actually started later on just taking the whole tank out and then draining it, because it's actually faster that way, and it reduces the risk of there being any, you know, it completely removes the tank from the vehicle so that there's no chance of any gas being left in the tank that might spill after you cut a hole in it. So anyway, like I said, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to put some music on for you. Enjoy the rest of the video.